The third and final week of the preseason is here. A fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Raiders and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, the final dress rehearsal, week 3 of the preseason. And we got a good matchup on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you...
Clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
Prescott has some things to clean up from last season, leading the NFL with 15 interceptions and only 12 games played. But we can't overlook the good. 23 touchdowns and an 8-4 record as a starter as he led the Cowboys to consecutive postseasons for the first time since 2007.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a man who's taken the reins with the Cowboys, it's Tony Pollard. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Cowboy first down there. Prescott to Gallup. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2nd down, Pollard again. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. And we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, Pollard. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tony Pollard. 52 yards. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
For every rookie prospect, there are always nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Now hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
He'll get that one to Carter complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the Cowboys' 49-yard line.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second and a yard. They'll go up the middle with White. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They go right back to White here on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Donovan Wilson that time there on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Off play action. O'Connell gets it downfield to Mayer. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they're throwing the football so much at a younger level now. Way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings. Just so professional, mature. Looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a first and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Zamir White. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was finished off with a touchdown run by Zamir White. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, Prescott. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Second down, Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
No gain on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Even though he's a 4th rounder, I think he might have a chance to play and prove that, hey, I could have been taken higher in that draft.
And we've seen so many times now, guys who go lower in the draft, undrafted free agents that become big-time players, Pro Bowl players. So you never know. 4th-round pick has a chance to be a really good player.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let him fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 8. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Third and short yardage. Prescott got his man there complete to Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, he got 4 on third down. Pollard will take it up the gut. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Off the play fake. O'Connell. And that is incomplete. These offensive starters still out there in the second quarter. You would think the plan's for them to at least play into the third quarter, if not all the way through.
Yeah, it might go by feel. If they have a really good first drive to start the third quarter, they might pull them after that. If not, might leave them out there a little bit longer, but I'll guarantee this, they'll be gone by the start of the fourth quarter.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, O'Connell. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 36. On the delay, this is Abdullah. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. And finding Keelan Cole. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 21 yards there on 3rd down. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Opting to run again here with White. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. Looking to throw. O'Connell. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. DeAndre Carter from 3 yards out, and the Raiders have taken the lead. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Carlson on for the PAT. And that makes it 14-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, their goal is not changing the bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Now, they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal, trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Prescott on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the lead is down to 1 now, 14-13. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Throwing on 1st down. O'Connell is going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. O'Connell. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Many times the mindset of a play caller after a quarterback's thrown an interception on the previous drive is to come right back and give them a throw to get their confidence back. Give them something easy, get a completion, kind of get them settled again. Instead, this ball was tipped in the air and almost turned into an interception. Offense trying to make a big play, defense trying to make a big play, turned into an incompletion. So now maybe they can back off a little bit, try to relax him, and get him something that'll work.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st down throw for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Sees Gallup on the sideline, and he's got it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Play fake. Here's Prescott throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. Week 3 of the preseason is here. Everyone wrapping up their exhibition schedule. No games for the league on Labor Day weekend. And then it all begins. The 17-game regular season gets underway on the Thursday after Labor Day with the NFL kickoff game. In our game, expect to see the starters for at least one more drive. Something to look forward to as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yep. some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Second half starts with a run by Abdullah. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. As we surmised, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this third quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
We'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Prescott. That's Gallup on the slam. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have retaken a third quarter lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. Well, you hate to see this before the regular season even begins. Well, we'll take a break and come back. More preseason action in a moment. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On first down, Abdullah. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
To throw on 2nd down, O'Connell. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Now a first carry for Brandon Bolden. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. But he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. They're going to run. Here's Bolden. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Also, Diggy Zula with the effort there to earn the sack. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. It's a quarterback sneak. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. We got a good battle developing down around the goal line in the trenches.
We certainly do. They went fullback dive. He's going to ask for it again because he doesn't get many opportunities to carry the ball, so you know he's going to be determined. Come back with it one more time.
They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Prescott on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 2nd down, Prescott again. And that's incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. This is caught. It's close. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And able to elude one tackler, but only gets this back to the line of scrimmage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter is back now. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth. On second down, it's Jones. And a good run here as he'll run all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down. Now it's the backup Greer. Looking deep downfield. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jay Ferguson, 40 yards. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this fourth quarter. That's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Point after here coming up. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Back to throw. O'Connell. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. O'Connell. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Offense.
So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just working the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Back to throw. O'Connell. Got his man. It's Tucker complete. Now he's free to midfield. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Trey Tucker, 81 yards. And the Raiders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now. They're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead, it's down to just 1 score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the hits?
And it's out. He put him on the carpet. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Finding room at midfield. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 40-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. 44 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Right back to Brown. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Looking to throw. O'Connell. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Christian Wilkerson, 36 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. It's incomplete.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for 2 or go for 1?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just kick the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Greer. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark, because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
They run here with Rico Dowdle. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
He sets up the screen to Jones. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. But it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
A play fake. Now Greer to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So the Raiders now down 28-27, 2:14 to play. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. O'Connell. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. On 3rd down, O'Connell. And this one is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. We got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the Raiders going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Now remember, no overtime here in preseason. This offense hoping that's a moot issue as they try to finish this one off.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means it might not be sound.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. Now for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders offense ready to go. Well, Charles, you remember their last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, but you understand why they did in this close game late. Now, though, the road back is even tougher.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And it was fair to look back and say the fourth down was the moment where this one was decided. But as you mentioned, understandable about why they went for it. But, hey, a lot of credit to the...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing after the interception. O'Connell.
This is caught by Tucker. Here's 1st down.
On 1st down, O'Connell. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Boy, somehow, someone lost that running back downfield. He had acres of space, but this ball overthrown. And that's one you've got to be able to hit on.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's got some space here. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Easily see how many players you need to cut this week. Here are some recommendations to get you started.